Okay, what's going on, people? It's your boy Theo. This is a real talk. All right, so today is the aftermath from Blackout Tuesday. There was so much that went on, um, and it's it's brilliant because now it's not getting swept aside. Now it's not being ignored. This issue is not going to go away. Um, there was a lot that went down. Like there was so many people that I've listened to, like Alison Hammond off this morning. I was watching this morning at work, and she spoke about um, her thoughts and feelings. I also listened to Clara Amphor of Radio One, and she spoke about her thoughts and feelings, and they spoke in such a powerful way. Um, you got Kiki Palmer speaking with one of the guys from the military, trying to get them to walk with the protesters, and they couldn't. In the end, they kneeled, which is also a sign where you know um, it's also a sign where that they want to be able to understand, to reach out, even though they got their job to do. They want to try and do their best to kind of like say, look, listen, what we saw last week, and indeed all the other killings that went down, it still, there is going to be a lot of hurt. There is going to be a lot of pain because we're talking about it. And for me, I get upset every time I hear of another black person who dies. It's like a piece of myself that dies. Let's have it right. And I just don't want to go. I just don't want. If I was to become a dad, I don't want to have to raise my child in an environment where we'll constantly judge by the color of our skin. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. And I know that a lot of people now are trying to say, look, listen, we're gonna listen. We're gonna hear what you have to say, even though we are never going to be able to understand fully. We want to be able to listen. We want to be able to educate ourselves, which is great. The sad thing is just that it doesn't bring all of these people that have died back. But what I want them to do is to be able to understand that these people all had dreams. They wanted to do the best to make their mark on the world, and sadly they can't do it. And it's important that we remember them. It's important that we carry on to just talk, and just to heal, and just to do the right thing. There's so many companies out there that was showing a lot in solidarity. I was reading so many that they are standing with the black community, and I thought that was really powerful. That maybe now this will incite change. Maybe now we are finally starting to see the benefits of racism. Maybe we're starting to see the end of it, but there are people out there who are still ignorant. There are people out there who won't get it, who won't understand. And yes, we don't have to listen to them, but they have to understand that what happened the other day has happened to so many people, and we can't stand by and let it slide. So the people that's been letting it slide are now starting to talk. Now they're starting to say something. Now they're starting to understand and recognize what's happening here. So I hope that this does incite change. There was a lot that went down yesterday. I know that the protests are going down here in London. Sorry, in London, in the nation's capital. And I know that there's protests going down tomorrow, right here in Birmingham. And yeah, Black Lives Matter. You know, it's not just a slogan. It's just it's fact. The people that keep on having to say all lives matter, you know, just reel in for a second and just kind of think about us as a community. Think about what we have to deal with. Think about how we've managed to overcome barriers. You know, think about how it feels for us to be called every name under the sun, to be beaten up. You don't understand how much it hurts. So it's just about just understanding all of that. So if we, so I do believe it's about education, but I also know that, like, obviously it needs to be about healing. It needs to be about respect. You know, there's so many stories that I've heard, and I cried, and I felt sad, and you know, I've watched films that made me angry, and knowing that all of this has happened to my ancestors from the beginning, coming down to now. So I hope that this does change. I really do hope that this changes. But yeah, it is what it is. We can't let Blackout Tuesday just be a one-time thing. This needs to be happening constantly. We can't go away. We can't be silent. We need to be able to communicate with each other. We need to be able to you know, kind of understand the contributions that the Black community has made, not just in this country but throughout the world. You know, and you know, for me, I've been blessed, you know, with my own story in life, and I want my story to be a happy one. You know, I've had to overcome so much in life. You know, from the fact that I've been deaf. I'm actually half deaf. Not many people know about that, but I'm actually half deaf. I can only hear about my right ear. You know, I had to deal with so much. I had to, but it's just more important now that, you know, I want the next 10 years to be amazing. That's just the truth. So yeah, maybe this will be the start of something, but I'm hopeful. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the Blackout Tuesday. Let me know what you think about the movement. The protests are going to keep coming. You know, I know that there's been some brilliant protests, and I know it's doing so much good to get the word out. And I really wish I could be there with everybody, especially tomorrow, right here in Birmingham, where the protest is going to go down. And yeah, I'm not going to make it because of work, but yeah, it's just so important now that, you know, people are starting to listen and starting to understand. So it's a good start, but there's still a lot that needs to be done. So that's all I got to say on that, people. In a bit.